Can you graph multiplication tables? In a way, certainly. You need to use something called polar graphs instead of Cartesian graphs, where the input is an angle and distance from an origin point rather than a right and up distance from an origin point. And whatever multiplication table you want, like say multiplication by threes, you put in the graph equation as follows. You find a polar graphing calculator, like on the Desmos site or something, and put the graph r equals that number over 2 pi times theta. And make sure you have theta set so the domain is a high enough number so the graph will show a bit. I just set it to some super high number like 10,000 or more. It shows a cool spiral, and where the spiral crosses the x-axis is where the multiples of our chosen number will show. So if we pick 3, the graph is r equals 3 over 2 pi times theta. And if we pick 7, the graph is r equals 7 over 2 pi times theta. Then we see where the graph crosses the positive x-axis, and that'll give us all multiples of the number we pick. Here we see some of the multiples of 3. Here we see some of the multiples of 7. And we can do this for pretty much any number. Then we can zoom around on the graph to see what all of our multiples are. Fun and probably worthless trick, but who cares?